The new shard on Monkey, it's so nice.
Bouncing off
yeah,
of
I feel like the problem with the hero before is like after he boundless, he needs to like get to the middle to Wukong,
Right.
but now he has a shard that like actually does something, you know.
So then we are finally seeing the flavor that we've been seeing on the B and C streams from these two teams. About in terms of overall draft, are you confident, Effie, in one team or the other?
So I do like OG's take more. I feel like their draft is a little bit more well-rounded, but I also feel like that Huskar threw them for a loop and it's not quite addressed yet. Nigma do have ways to fight back, ways to kill this Huskar and like actually control a lot of the tempo with the Earth Spirit and MP in particular.
I think OG got a like sort of a counter draft against Nigma, but this is like a very bread and butter draft for Nigma.
Yep.
And I think they've shown time and time again that they have a team that kind of develop their own way and like they make it work, you know. So I guess we'll see if they can make it work here.
Yeah, right now we are comparing the two frontrunners of Group B, so let's see which one will be reigning supreme here with our two casters. It's Cap and SV.
That's right, and we have a little bit of a swerve that happened as we had our players pick up their heroes. Apparently it's going to be Mind Control playing the Faceless Void, huh?
Damn straight, son. Just when you thought it was a Mind Control Furion, no. You thought it was a Mind Control Vis. You thought it was a Mind Control Chen. I mean, you probably wouldn't play. No, it's Mind Control Faceless Void in the offlane. Mid Furion versus the Swap versus Male and Cell. Picking up this Visage, so the Zoo is in full force here for Nigma.
Yeah, it is something that it feels like Nigma has been taking advantage of Dreamacell. I mean, they were playing Lone Druid with him earlier on day one. Now they're playing with Visage. It feels like they're trying to take full advantage of his strengths.
Back to that Matumba era, right? The Matumba SEA. Pull him in, start making him run in, deal some tempo with the carry roll, and yeah, it's like right out of Nigma's playbook. It takes me back 4 or 5 years to the old Epicenter and stuff where Nigma would be happy to just play these bristleback Chen ball lineups, run at you. Of course, they have some history trying to do that versus OG squads and not having it work out exactly. So is this the game for it? I'm not sure. I also am not sure this is the patch for it. I feel like these tempo lineups mess up once or twice. Suddenly this OG team fight is going to be nasty between Shake or Elder Titan. This is one of my favorite. I think of it like a janky support duo, you know, because it's a double melee support duo. Anytime you do that, there's a little jankiness to it, but this support duo is absolutely disgusting in the mid game if you get there. Like, the amount of stuns that come out, the amount of AoE control. If you get caught in the Thunderdome, you are going to get messed up, I guarantee it.
Using the disarm, Amar secures the 3rd bounty rune for them. So everybody going to start off with a lead here. That's right, we are going to have Amar who's going to be playing that Huskar, but he's not going to be doing it mid. He's actually going to be doing it in the off lane, playing his normal role in that regard, whereas previous patch we'd seen pick up Huskar and they would just roll Amar into the mid lane and stuff like that. So it's interesting that they feel like they can do that in the side lane now.
He doesn't want to go mid versus Spear, and I think that's a pretty rough matchup. We see Taiga also spearting mid, running bottom, getting some extra down here fast. One thing about this offlane Void is this lane cannot be too happy for him for safety. I feel like he gets run down at a certain point in this lane. I'm a bit worried for MC in this game. He has a Chen as well playing with him. Your best hope is to get a Purge Creeper so you can purge ET's buff. Still, playing Chen in this offlane in the early levels is going to be rough for Kuro.
Really nice body blocking here from Taiga.
Absolutely.
Put a lot of damage on Kuro while he lost his courier. Gets the pull off. Really well done.
This is a disaster of early waves for Nigma. Yuragi gets to pull all of it behind. Taiga gets to choose whether he wants to, you know, destroy this Chen or go and destroy the Void. They just kill Kuro here. Very fire.
Not backing down whatsoever. Our top lane, Huskar plus Earthshaker against a Visage and an Earth Spirit. So this definitely feels like a lane that is going to be clashing. I feel like there's going to be a lot of kills happening here. Another great use of the disarm here, that pushback, stopping the roll-in from GH, which would have resulted in a lot of damage.
I feel like this is a lane that Amar is going to be pretty happy with as long as he gets to stay in the lane and get to the levels. Like, I can't imagine the level, 5 to 6 that amazing for Visage until he gets to the, right when he gets the birds. Maybe you get a kill off that. Still, I feel like when Amar plays this Huskar, as long as he can have like moderate, pretty happy. Start farming off the back. Already, early lane's going decent for OG here.
Kuro on the long sojourn to try and find a disciple. Finally find one. It is going to be the bird. Just what you want.
The best he can ask for. Purge. He can purge. Beard buff. Try and buy mind control some space on this lane. He's having a rough one, man. TS. I've seen mind control get away with some tough starts. I don't know if this is going to be the game for it. You know, off-lane Void.
Oh, they killed the Smirch creep already.
All right, well. So much for the hero lane.
Well, that is really disastrous. This is bad to worse.
OG is just mid lane, which I think Smail's got 8 eyes, like doing okay, but not destroying BZM by any means. Even so, this is a complete problem.
Nice two-man stun there. Mind control will be able to literally walk it off, but not so much for the Chen.
The thing is, I think this game where...
Is he dead? Ooh, another roll in GH again. Tries to commit just to be able to save his Visage, and he will survive through this. He does also have a healing cell.
This lane is rough, though. First Spirit does nothing for Visage here. Visage is going to get zoned off the waves very soon. Huskar almost up to level 4. This Berserker's Blood got buffed on the early levels, too. I mean, even if Amar somehow dies once, really care. He's got double Bracer up. He's farming the lane, zoning Dreamus off the CS, doubling him up here. Not much GH can do. I almost feel like GH would prefer to be roaming on the mid lane, trying to abuse this Quap, who is getting low to Sumail. Decent job with denying some water runes, threatening the TP.
He used his blink to be able to secure the water rune. Meanwhile, Amar is getting kited a little bit. They do have another round of nukes. It's not quite enough to get the kill, but Amar is going to be at least chased away, so... Creep wave is pushing in, though, so it's not like Amar's really going to miss a whole lot.
Decent nuke action.
So
nuke action's nice, but it's not winning them the lanes right now.
Yeah. How's that mid lane matchup going? 19-8, 13-13. A lot of those retreat denies. Amar picks up the first blood and maybe a second blood. GH did have the Fairy Fire. Chu's going to try and keep pace and get another enchant totem hit. Barely off the mark there to be able to get the aftershock stun. Or did he not just have it?
Far away, you know. Mind control chicken bottom with the dilation.
He gets another bash. Might have had it killed.
This is a rough early game for this Nick. Well, I don't think this is a Nigma lineup you want to get off to a slow. You know,
yeah, I mean, you're talking about how it's a tempo-based lineup.
Yeah.
Losing your lanes, I feel like, is...
like, is your backup plan to go ultra late with an off-lane Faceless Void? Probably not, right? I think this Faceless Void wants to go some sort of Wraith Pack type aura build. Visage doesn't go, which Visage is, so I don't even know what he's going to go on. Come up with something great, but... like, you're going to try and hit this ball aura timing, abuse the fact that OG might have a little outspam problem versus all these Treants, the birds, Chen creeps.
Oh, they cannot afford for Sumail to go down here, but they don't have a choice in the matter. Taiga, if he wants to, well, he'll just die to the tower.
Better to take.
Yeah, certainly.
That's a huge kill. This is a matchup I think Paper probably happy instead. Not going great for them. I feel like Furion is maybe the one saving grace for the slow start as well. Like, maybe help pick up the tempo, some early ult, TP side lane action. I mean, bottom's not gonna have kill threat with the Void, but maybe top has some levels. Again, Dreamus Cell absolutely zoned. MC's getting zoned bottom.
Stomp does land on it too, and the Quap was looking to make a rotation, but it seems that Taiga and BZM are on two different pages here. The bash and opportune one at that.
BZM's looking to play.
He goes for it and does throw out the Sonic Wave and gets the kill on a Kuro, but Mind Control, you know, he's able to shrug off this damage, and if he gets the right number of bashes here, even just one, it would do it, and he gets it in the end. The last swing of the maze secures the kill, and now Taiga's gonna fall as well. So, yeah, it feels like Taiga kind of forced that one a little bit too much. I don't think BZM was happy to go for that.
Yeah. I mean, he felt great with the ult hit, and then he's like, I'm
yeah,
actually
now
kind of stuck here, you know, and kind of a forced rotation. It felt like I don't think they needed this rotation either too much.
Again and again, this Earth Spirit is denied any roll in from the Huskar due to the pushback.
Mars getting out of control. This lane is
he
an absolute shellacking of a lane. Dreamissile has no game right now. Nowhere to go to even get the 6.
He really wants to kill on a Chu, but is it going to be EH dying first? The raindrop protects him, and now Chu comes in, but GH gets the swing first. He actually does get the kill, but hey, Amar's there to collect some experience at least.
Staff bigger than the totem, I guess. He could have left him for the creeps. He was actually stuck on the corner.
Yeah, he could have.
He wanted the glory, you know?
True. No outplay is complete without you securing the left.
Show that little cage,
They're
man.
gonna be stuck. He just could have locked away, but she wanted to get the swing, and GH, he's got more agility, I guess.
That's one of those things you can play 10,000 games of, but then you. Am I gonna get my last hit before he gets it? You're running the calculations. Yeah, I'll get it. You run up, get smacked. Oh, play another 10,000 games.
Yuragi gonna be dove in deep here as they throw out the Chronosphere even to ensure the kill. The Wukong Suman is keeping him decently healthy. Suman might actually die for this one. The Earth Spirit's gonna roll it, but too late. Taiga threw that stapler at the Nature's Prophet. Long distance, it gets the kill. And should be able to get out too. In fact, he's gonna turn around and just blow up Kuro with the help of BZM, who picked up a double damage rune on this rotation. And if he was able to get in front of the Earth Spirit.
Very important kills to defend these early tower pushes. Every time Furion TP's in this game, that is Nigma's early game plan to build the momentum, get the numbers advantage, and convert it into early map pressure. Every time Sumail dies on the back end of one of these exchanges, Nigma's gonna feel the pain, especially because Amar just has a free game, right? Yeah. He's just sitting top. No one's even here. I mean, no one wants to go up here either. He's an absolute monster. The full armlet's already flying out. I've seen these Amar Huskar games before, man, and
yeah,
I don't think they end pretty when he's in this type of position.
It's the Amar Huskar, it's the Amar Timbersaw. It's like if you give those heroes good lanes, he just runs.
That's why he's a beautiful player to watch, because he exerts that pressure on you. This is why we see so many of his heroes banned, so many teams applying so much early pressure to his hero in the lane to try and keep him down. Because when he gets away with this, he feels untouchable. And he knows how to make these heroes scale. He knows how to play the fights. He's a carry player at heart.
Yeah.
He's going to carry the game. So, OG definitely feeling good about this early.
Another go onto Yuragi. Sumail showing up. The Nature's Wrath does hit. That was a long one, really waiting for the damage, but it finally came in. But it wasn't enough. Yuragi, thanks to lifesteal, is going to be fine. And Sumail may be the one in trouble here if they get enough bashes. No, he's got the pushback there, no problem. Mar is going to force them out. Nigma. Another rotation that fails for the Nature's Prophet of Sumail.
Very good read of this by OG. Every time Sumail goes to his bottom lane, they are ready to bring the cores, ready to bring the numbers, shut down the one move Nigma can make, or just bring this Fury on the bottom and try and kick the heroes out off the back of the Fury ult. No chrono up yet. OG just predicting what Nigma wants to do. Maybe not the hardest game to do it either, but definitely bringing the right heroes to the right place. And now Arcane Rune co-op going to town on these supports.
Yeah, they're still trying to go for Yuragi with a TP in coming in from Sumail. BZM's actually out of mana. Uh-oh, he's in trouble. He's gonna die. Kuro inside the Wukong's command barely gets away in time before the statues could touch him.
Ooh, almost cut the tree.
Yeah, that was Yuragi. A little bit of sidestep there to make sure he's not cut down.
Aggressive move from OG. ZM will pay the... Again, probably not what he's looking for out of these early... accelerating his game. But happy to stall the game. If you're looking at this type of Enigma, want to run you over. Even if you're trait suboptimally, you're keeping powers alive, I'm pretty happy with that. It's like a try-carry core line from OG. Classic tried and true.
Yep. 3
carries with 2 massive team fighters. If you're ahead going into the 20-minute mark, you're probably pretty happy.
See that? Quap TP'd in to give Yuragi the, what's it called? Seeds of Serenity? That means Yuragi's still able to play the lane, though Nigma haven't actually stuck around there at all. That would be Green pickup. Soloing a level 9 Amar Husk.
He's having an okay game, all things considered. He's going Mask of Madness, so I guess he's just gearing up for Carry Void. Plan has been set. They're not going to run this game over, so I tend to agree with it. Void can do a lot of damage in this late game. Dilation's very powerful. are no saves on both sides. It'd be hard for them to build anything.
Nice stomp. Taiga gives himself a second lease on life. Now they could still dive him underneath the tower because they have the Chronosphere, so even a TP in may be dangerous for OG. Does manage to hit him with that ultimate. Taiga does a decent amount of juking, but he eventually dies.
By Furion ult, just gets the KS there.
Whew, Yuragi. Quick moves gets him away from GH's Earth Spirit, who was cutting down trees left and right.
This is the part of the game where Nigma can try and pick up the pace and use the kind of double melee supports here for Tricor. Finally he's starting to come online a little bit. He soaks so much mid XP. All about where Sumail wants to go. He went this early Witchblade as well. He wanted to pour in the early damage.
We got into Sumail. Ragi. Nice silence there to be able to stop him, and Sumail might be able to turn this around. If they could catch Yuragi, they do have, mind control, but he jumped right into the Wukong's command. He's got to get himself out of there. That is a dangerous spot to be. BZM with the double damage is going to show up, throws all his damage at GH and blows him up nice and quick. They do have the Chronosphere. Oh no, Amar walked into it. A beautiful Chrono from Mind Control that secures the Queen of Pain kill. Won't be able to do anything to Amar. Yuragi jumping in, jumping back out. Trying to stay away from Dreamacell, who does have the damage, threatens Amar. He tries to hop away with a light break and might just be able to get out. The nukes are still not quite enough. Great toggling from Amar.
Wants to go.
Apparently, he tries to cut down the trees, doesn't find Yuragi. They're still going for Amar, but Mind Control, he's the one who's gonna die instead. The Echo Slam comes through. Sumail's not gonna get Jack here. Amar picks the double.
Toggles for days, baits him in. Sumail's been trying to land these monkey tree cuts with the summons on the tree and misses it again. Yuragi just hops down and starts man fighting him. There's a reason they love this Monkey King Furion matchup. The man fights are going to be difficult for Nigma outside of that Chronosphere. They did not have the damage for Amar in that Chrono. Decent team fight for Nigma in terms of, but overextending at the end, and suddenly Amar has catapulted very far out in front. He got a halberd done at 14 and a half here, man. A spooky Huskar.
Yeah, considering it's a lineup that kind of similar to what we were talking about for that Fnatic one, right? It was like 3 cores, all magic damage. Here it's the opposite, where they've cut 3 cores, all physical damage.
Limited burst, though. Who's killing this Huskar with Halberd?
Yeah, exactly. I think this Halberd is going to be super effective, and he's just never going to die.
It's probably spelling like free Roshan when they will. You're especially limited because you're pretty dependent on these Chronos. Any sort of direct team fight. Again, the power of the Shaker Elder type game. Nigma's only way to teamfight is just to collapse with the summons, group up.
TP out, Sumail. It's going to be a close call, but he does live. Eating fairy fires just to make sure he stayed alive. Plus, he had the rain drop save as well.
Math. Getting forced off the map again.
Okay, so they showed a bunch of heroes in the bottom lanes. They say, screw it, let's go for Yuragi. Sumail shows up. The extra damage was very much needed. Otherwise, he would have completed that TP.
Fires for you. Kuro will pay the price mid, along with most of his armor. It feels like every time one of these Nigma heroes dies, doubly damaging. The summons get taken off the map, the lanes get shoved in. Then they have to reset, come back out, get a Chen army, get some treants going, try and shove the lanes back in. OG has all their tier 1s up. 60 minutes.
Against an
bottom
Prophet,
50 HP, but yeah, first off, mid Furion, this is not where Nigma had in mind in terms of their game. You're gonna have to go late game right now. This is a spooky lineup to go late game again.
Sound great.
Leave. Void.
I mean, I was watching some EG versus eHome action just this morning, so yeah, it was a good moment of an off-lane faces Void turning into a true carry. Oh, the Sonic Wave actually wasn't enough. I guess he still had some armor stacks.
Had the Gravekeeper from alive, send the mountain. That's a lot of space created.
Oh yeah, a huge amount of space. I mean, all they got out of it was one familiar kill, looks like. Okay, they collected the second one. Still. Oh hey, inside Roshan. Hello, GH. Oh, well, we probably went in there and see, all right, I'm going to check out Roshan, then came face to face with a Huskar.
Your Rockies just... Screw Roche, man. I'm taking the kills.
Apparently. He's going to at least force some reaction, and Chen trying to get him the Hurricane away. Meanwhile, Lamar chasing after Mind Control. Mind Control's going to have to turn around and throw out the Chronosphere, but he gets stomped. Nobody's nearby to help him out with damage. Mind Control, does he have a time walk up? He does. He's able to get away, but still, the big team fight ultimate is down, and Dreamocell, they're all going to turn back and kill this Visage now. Nigma have nothing left in the tank. Certainly not to be able to contest Roshan, and definitely not to win this fight.
Game is turning into a rout very quickly. Sumail gets some pressure going bottom. He went Desolator, man. And this is not a Furion build where you want to be losing the fights at this point in the game. Okay, you have some burst physical damage. Maybe if that Chrono lines up and they get that Huskar kill, start to turn the game around, but now you're facing down the barrel of an Amar Aegis, building his way into what looks like plate mail Ags.
I love how OG played that too. It's like, oh, everybody forced something from Nigma, right? Like Yuragi dove in deep, Mind Control got caught by Amar walking at him, basically.
Just so many pressure points. I mean, all of these OG cores can just run in. They have the backup there. They have the stuns. Not much damage on Nigma's side, threatening them on the burst. So they're probably going to get their spells off. Their spells are incredibly powerful right now. Sure, you have Hand of God and Tech. Healing your heroes to what, right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nigma's best bet is finding supports in this game. Something on the one ward.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's doesn't feel great when your kill attempt is pretty much hoping and praying for bashes and might actually lose his life here. The chain stun wasn't actually there.
Chu showing mercy.
Yeah, I feel like Chu he bungled something there.
Not sure he would have died, but
could have been close. Mar toggling and taking a tier 2 tower before the 20-minute marker. Meanwhile, Nigma have struggled to get a second tier 1 in the... Did get the other tier 2 though. They got the bottom lanes.
Power the Desolator. Does give you some extra wrap potential. I guess if you're going to try and stall this game out, maybe Sumail's idea is let's just threaten some buildings on the bottom side of this map, force OG back.
Yeah.
Use the fact that one of Huskar's weaknesses is not the greatest catching people. He ideally wants to just force the objectives to get the big brawls.
Uh-oh, he just time walked straight into Chu.
That's not where you want to be, son.
Yeah, he is very dead. He did buy out the shard, so that'll help him a lot against these commitment heroes and Huskar as well as Monkey King. So he kind of jump in if they respond by trying to fight him. Jump right.
Now, this is a cool. What are you talking about?
Faceless Void Shard.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Monkey King Shard because we've been seeing it earlier today. And jumping in and out, you know. There's so many heroes that can do it now. He's thinking about it.
Oh, and look at all these stacks. Look at all these creeps. Look at this Chen army, these heroes. It's OG cleaning up everything.
Turning into a very one-sided game.
Oh, yeah, it is. BZM diving into tier 3. Mind Control's like, okay, this is the moment.
Get some bashes, son. You're going to need them.
Oh, no. The Fisher's going to stop him. He's going to die. BZM blinks away. The Urn is taking him down, though. Surely it's going to get the kill, but BZM's like, you know what? You're going to go down with me, GH, or not. He doesn't even tick out. Lives through it all. This is unbelievable. OG, they are completely outplaying Nigma. I don't know how this game could possibly turn to the favor of Dire at this point.
I don't know how this game could have gone any worse for Nigma from the start to here. Absolute disaster at every turn. Haven't been able to even take one successful team fight or get anything going with the hero synergy. OG showing up on the lane. Absolute dominance. Beautiful transference. Doing what they're great at, right? Taking the strength of their cores, jamming into your face, and what's up?
Went down to 19 health. 2 health? 2 health!
I mean, he was probably happy to die. He's like, I'll take the...
Well, I saw 2 there. All right, there is a small little time where there's 2. I mean, that still would have been... All right, Mind Control, just, you know, take what you could get. Take it and run. Get a bounty rune, run away, because you're not getting much else out of OG. They are gonna hunt down hero after hero. They've still got 45 seconds left on the the Aegis. You can see the shard pickup for the Huskar.
GH is building a decent way for a bottom. Right, he's gonna ult it.
Dire's bottom tower
Army
has
no ult.
Yeah. Silence and TP out.
Gotta make the best of a bad situation, you know?
Situation is bad.
There's not a lot of comeback potential in this game, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, like what does Visage look like late game against the Ghost?
Not amazing. It's not even that great of a late game Visage. The lineup was just the snowball out of the early game off the back of the Fury on teleport. Use the time dilation utility for Base Boy.
Silence pull him up. Oh, the Yule Scepter for the extra bit of control to get there in time for the Echo Slam. Really nicely played. GH is going to whiff on that roll in, but it doesn't matter. Chu does die. Still, OG will take that trade-off every single time.
Worth almost 7.
Yeah, that is true. We had a killing streak.
You'd like to see and hate this. Interpret it. That is beat KB for Sumail. He's so level start.
tower is under attack.
Barely gets the 50.
Is that ever a conversation when you're playing pro? You're behind, and you get some kill, and you see it's worth like 1,000 gold. You're like, uh-oh, guys.
You know.
We're really far behind.
Like, damn, I got a 4 staff off that? We must really be screwed. That's what I'm saying. They're double-edged swords, you know?
Yeah,
You kind of
yeah,
want to
yeah.
kill the guy and see like 200 gold. You're like,
All right, we're in
boy,
this. We're in this.
isn't
It's even game.
Yeah,
Even game.
We're not even behind, boys. You kill him, your net worth doubles. All right, we're in some trouble. Look at this.
Oh, no! Barely missed the timing there. SL barely gets out of the way in time. Still, though, it is Nigma just being chased off of the map time and time again.
World's their oyster, man. OG can go wherever they want right now. I don't think
Yeah.
there's much threat for Nigma.
Look at Amar knows Seer Spirit was there because he showed on the outpost and rolled in silence. And he's just
Nigma
been
wanted to go
baiting
on
him
this.
and waiting for him to show somewhere. Now the rest of the heroes are going to be here and they're going to be able to catch him inside the Chronosphere. He's
save.
dead. Finally goes down.
Get away, run away, boys.
Godlike spree. They got 1,500 gold for Dreamacell on that one.
Yeah.
That's that moment you're
That's
talking
that
about.
momentum. Gain it back. Use their lead against them.
Time walk in, time walk back out. Mind control. Good use of the shard. The poke at OG. Now he actually commits. He didn't blink backwards. He didn't blink backwards. Oh, but he barely got the time walk out again.
Trying to find
Yule
the support.
Scepter starting to roll out. They're going to go for Taiga. Taiga's going to die. At the same time, the Earth Spirit's going to be given
Nice
up. But
Sprout.
they're caught inside the Sprout. Uragi, a little bit close there.
Whoa,
Echo
yeah.
Slam from Chu. A monster hit with a Sonic Wave. And OG turning right back around in the face of Nigma. You are not turning this game around, they say. Easily wiping the team fight.
Chu came to play today, man. Showed mercy earlier. Showed absolutely none right there. Takes them all to the grave with him. That looked like Nigma was maybe finding some traction there.
Yeah,
Like,
it
all right,
was.
all right, they're getting a little sprouts, getting a little dilations off, looking fancy, and Chu says, no more fun and games. Team fight's over, boys.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, Mind Control barely gets out several times.
Yeah, this is looking decent. I mean, they get Taiga on the back end, Sprout on Uragi, gets him stuck. You're like, all right, Sumail's doing some damage.
And he's almost dead. And look at this 3-stack with the familiars there as
And
well.
it's-
Boom.
Oh my god, is there a more satisfying?
There absolutely is. They're all dead.
That'll get your
Really was. Uragi even dodging one of those hits. Trickster play. All right, well, Nigma were gaining a little bit of ground, and then it all slipped their fingers. G, once again, in control of the map. 13,000 net worth lead, just choking them out. Soon they're going to have a Shivos on the Quap, so good luck playing these side lane tree games like Sumail's currently doing. BKB goes off. Really nice reaction from him, though. Mind control, maybe not the best reaction to take a fight that Sumail is leaving. Fortunately, it's
At least you got Dagger of Bristol here.
Yeah.
You get some damage with the Mask of Madness going. Like we saw in that fight, if you chrono the Huskar, much counterplay, you'll throw a Stomp out, you'll throw a Fissure, but it's going to let the damage come in Furion, that's the goal. You will kill him. The issue is going to be this next Roshan. puck, right? You cannot really turtle in a meta where Roshan gives so much. Nigma need to find some ground here, otherwise OG is happy to take this group to
Getting a
play
pick
around
off on his support would be a nice start, and GH managed to catch the Earthshaker and keeps them
Double
together.
support.
Really nice. Double kill for Mind Control right next to the Roshan pit, and Roshan's gonna spawn in 10 seconds. Somebody leave something in the pit, please.
Oh, heck. One more. Can't blame him.
Oh, almost cut down the right trees, but Uragi does manage to get away, and the side lanes are pushing in.
Yeah, Roche, if they check it.
If they
MC's
check
going.
it, Mind Control,
I think you have to here.
his faceless tingling, you know, he could feel it. Roshan's here. An opportunity for Nigma to turn this game around.
Full supports get caught in the river. Beautiful go from GH, setting them up. Hitballs and. I don't know, when we talk about the ages for Amar is so important in terms of him pushing high ground, forcing the issue. OG can fight this.
They're
What-
coming, Uragi. He's gonna have to get the right kind of stun. He's not gonna be able to get it in time. They pick up the Aegis and the Shard. Now they got the Chronosphere up to Uragi. I mean, he just walked into that one. He didn't try and hop through the trees or anything. Sonic Wave from the side, though. A big hit, especially with your Slitter.
They're all
Inside, they've
stunned.
already used the BKB. Stuns after stuns raining in, and they're just going to catch all of the Nigma heroes. 1, 2, 3. Give them Roshan. It doesn't matter. You still do not beat our team fight.
Elder Titan Shaker just mopping up the team fight, even with Uragi sacrificing his soul for the gods. Just true the real carry of OG all along.
Yeah, it might be in this game anyway.
This team makes Shaker look. No matter who's playing it, apparently.
Yeah, just wait till Misha plays it.
Wait till
Someday.
Wait till we see Uragi Shaker. That's the real hidden gem, I'm sure. I mean, it works so well for them. The amount of control that comes out for 3 cores that all are insane damage. This is the OG puzzle that's hard for a lot of teams to crack. Okay, you take down their carry, Uragi. Guess what? They have 2 more.
Yeah.
Problem, there's just so many damage sources.
And they're so good at playing team fights, right? All right. This high ground push is likely to come to an end here soon.
That's the upside, right? They took the Aegis away from him.
Yeah, exactly, right? If that was an Aegis on Huskar, they'd be probably
Oh, he'd be
forcing.
in the Fallon mine.
I mean,
dropping
Amar
mantles.
might just want to keep going, apparently.
Why not? No chrono. Is he afraid of anything if there's no chrono? I don't think so.
Maybe not. DCM, they're gonna bounce. What a Fisher. Follow up chain stun. Kuro, he's gonna be the first one to go down here. Uragi jumping over the side, spots the Earth Spirit on the low ground. They catch him. Nicely played out. Amar going in, gets the taunt onto. Okay.
Physical.
He dies immediately. Underestimating the physical damage from Sumail with that Desolator. And it looks like Taiga has been caught away from the rest of his team. But a really good stop. That allows Uragi, BCM. Look at him. The whole team just instantly on top of Sumail. GH is next up. Uragi popping the BKB to ensure nothing is going to stop him from hunting down these heroes. Mind Control is still trying to get Taiga. He just can't quite get him. Now he's going to go for the stomp. Gotcha. Time walk right back. Time dilation might be able to get it, but Mind Control is going to die. Not even a Chen showing up,
Throw
but
that
none of it is
Fence.
enough.
Remusel still been stuck up here trying to fight with the Shaker the whole time. What was that, GH buyback only?
Yeah.
Honestly, not the worst for Nigma considering the circumstances of the game. At least they're prolonging the issue and getting their Furion back up. That physical burst probably did catch Amar off guard a little bit. Maybe hoping for some extra evasion. He ended up pretty deep. Chrono or not, this Furion still hits very hard. There is no BKB control for it. Gotta watch out. I mean, this is a glass cannon Furion build if I've ever seen. Witchblade, Deso, Crystal, Shadow Blade. Jeez.
Seriously.
You need damage? He built it. Sumail knows. They can't kill these OG cores. They're not going to win the fight. Who else is dealing damage in this game?
It is true. And it's probably the best way to threaten this Huskar. With the Aghanim Scepter is usually down to just brawl with anybody off of the top.
You have a full Silver Edge. This
Okay.
Furion's pretty farmed. They can keep him alive in the fight. Might be able to clean up enough heroes.
I always love to see a good Chen damage, hero damage.
Yeah? What was he up to?
2.7k.
I have to squint to see that one. You know? This is the
Yeah,
bar's
like the
almost
bar
covered.
almost didn't go far enough down to be able to cover up the text.
Yeah. All I know is that Shen damage done was almost on par with the Fury on healing done. So that probably tells you all you need to know about it. That impact. I mean, he does have a penitence damage talent. Didn't opt to take it here. I mean, probably wisely. You know, I don't know if that's impacting the fight, but
Yeah, I mean, if he had, maybe he would have killed Taiga earlier.
probably would have actually.
Yeah, he was low. He just needed one nuke, which Chen does not have.
Male farming up enemy trying. Getting some off the map.
I mean, this Furion is so much different than the previous one. I feel like if we were talking about last patch right now, like, there would be a much better win condition for this Fury because of the shard. Like, what the Treants could do in split pushing plays like this is so much greater.
Yeah, I mean, what did Effie call it? Curse of old? A little. But, you know, it's probably not as impactful as the greater Treants forcing someone to be on Treant.
Yeah.
So I agree. In this type of game, he's definitely feeling it. He's bound to be feeling a lot more here. Rocky just pounces and absolutely nothing. Power Ranger T side of the base. Doesn't feel great.
No, it doesn't. I mean, these chain stuns, Boundless Strike, Fisher, Chant Totem, Fisher stun. They could do an Echo Slam Fisher stun. They could do a Stomp to follow it up. I mean, they've got so much long-range chain stun that it's super hard to be able to play this as a Faceless Void or a BKB hero. And you can see they're just falling one by one, even inside their own base. Chu continues to threaten them.
Shaker has a goddamn Octarine.
What?
Yeah, he is far.
What?
That probably feels good, you know? You got an Octarine.
Oh, yeah.
You're just stunning people for days.
Look at that Fisher into the chain stun. He gets the ton follow-up. That is it.
Very clinical.
OG. Clinic hours are open and probably soon to be ending as Nigma. All right. Apparently, Amar is not the only fountain farmer in this game or in this
Go
team.
Scepter purchase too. You know, done it before. Divers, Nigma not calling GG. Not giving the satisfaction to him. Right into the end.
Even the pop of the glyph. You don't get to end the game as quickly as you want to.
Yeah, that's a screw you glyph, you know?
Yeah, it really
You can fountain dive me, but I'm going to make you sit here.
Hey, he's got the Sprout. Actually, he does have ways to stall out the game if he could keep sprouting over and over again.
You do have ET Spirit.
I mean, they've got Chronosphere when they're up. 15 seconds for the Faceless Void. Maybe if Sumail can fight this by himself, Amar's going to go for it. He tries to man-fight Sumail. He's got the disarm, and he does manage to win it out. Amar lives through it all. Now Dreamocell coming in, trying to finish him off. The Faceless Void, another 5 seconds, but everybody else is going to be dead by the time he's up. Oh, no. Mind Control comes back to a wasteland. He's not even going to be able to get off the Chronosphere. He's just not.
A little extra stat padding at least, no? It'll bump up some of the KDA. OG happy to do it, you know, deliver it to their